Welcome to the 6th video in our Q&A series where we ask a whole bunch of RVers the same question to see if there's a variety of answers, which of course there has been.
There are a ton of great answers to these questions.
But this video might be consistently the same answer, sort of.
Yeah, but it goes true with what we've been saying though about RVs.
Which is?
There is no perfect RV out there.
But there could be a perfect RV for you. That, of course, is the lead into the question.
Yep.
And the question simply is, why is your RV perfect for you, and why did you choose it?
I'm Diana.
I'm Matt, and we are Adventurous Way.
We've been on the road for 5 months now, and so far we've really enjoyed it.
We're travelling in a 21-foot outdoors RV travel trailer, and we have a Ford F-150 truck. Our goal is to visit all 418 national park units across the US, and we are about 9 in so far. Long way to go. We're going to be here for many years doing this. Super excited. So when we were looking for our RV, we spent 2 years researching what we were going to travel in. We knew we wanted something smaller. Initially, I think we were looking at much larger vehicles, but we very, very quickly decided that in order to get into the smaller campgrounds, the national park campgrounds, state campgrounds, and boondocking spots, the smaller you are, the more options you've got. So we started looking around at some of the smaller units. We looked at some of the Airstreams. We eventually settled on the Outdoors RV brand, and we are super happy with this trailer. This is the Outdoors RV 21 RBS. It is 21 foot long as a box and just under 25 feet long from the hitch to the bumper. It has really high clearance. It has a single slide inside, but you can get to everything inside the trailer, even when the slide is in. We can get to the bed, the bathroom, the kitchen. We can use the fridge and the oven and things. And for us, that's really important. We can't always put the slide out at quick rest stops and things, so being able to use those things is really useful. It has a huge freshwater tank, 78 gallons, and it sits right above the axles. So we can boondock for 10 days or so without worrying about filling our grey or black tanks or running out of fresh water. And it's just been a really fun trailer to be in. It's not huge, it's not got granite countertops and some of these features, but for us it's just very utilitarian and does everything that we ask of it.
Yeah, we can go skiing, which we're super excited about because the insulation is so good. The big dinette allows for both of us to work on the table, like the laptops don't hit each other. That's really nice.
We woke up the other morning and it was 41 degrees outside. We hadn't run the furnace at all overnight and it was still 61 inside. It's just really, really well insulated, and just it really looks after us as a trailer.
Well, I think it's right. We really initially wanted to stay under 40 feet, but we were looking used, so we had to kind of pick ones that were available at the time, and this one's 43 feet long, but now that we have it, it works perfectly for us, and we don't mind the extra length. We just adjust where we're going to stay, and we plan a little bit more, and it works out perfectly, and we have lots of storage.
I think when you talk about RV, specifically RV lengths, and you always hear nobody gets it right the first time. We started off with a 23-foot Airstream, then a 27-foot Airstream. We really thought we were going to travel with the Airstream. And then when we went full-time, we knew we wanted to move into a Class A. And I think you really don't know what the ideal length RV is until you start using it and you realize what you're going to do. So I think it can change over time. So for right now, this is perfect for what we're doing. It gives us plenty of room as we transition, and we're continually downsizing our personal things. But everything we have is in our Dutch Star.
Yeah, we have no storage.
Why is our RV perfect for us? It has 2 bathrooms.
Yes.
And a big TV.
Big TV, yeah.
And a TV outside. And a refrigerator outside.
So that's all the man stuff. Yeah. But practically speaking, we did have our Jeep before, and we'd always kind of liked Class A's in general over the years. And so we thought, well, let's look at Class A's and then decide, you know, which brand and configuration would work best for us. And we really fell in love with this particular brand, and the layout really suited us. As he said, 2 bathrooms, it comes in handy.
I chose it because it's got a bathtub and I love my baths. And I can just go in there and turn my hot water on and get it all hot in there and put my little eucalyptus oil in there, and it's just like a spa. That's what I did.
We spent a lot of time going to a lot of RV shows, lots and lots of walk-ins and up and down steps. We made list after list after list of what we could and could not live with. And we to this day, we still are so appreciative of this RV that we bought. Some of the things that we didn't know we wanted, that there's no way we could live out. Dual blinds, you know, we never knew we had additional blinds. We didn't have that on our list. You know, we had the automatic 6-way jacking systems. We needed a garage. We wanted a dual refrigerator. We wanted the, you know, some of the things that a lot of people talk about. I wanted to make sure it was a triple axle because it was a toy hauler. I wanted to make sure it had the triple air conditioners. The list that we had was, everything was met, but there was some compromises.
But not all of them have a bathtub.
But that was a mandatory requirement. If it didn't have a bathtub, we wasn't going full time.
And if it didn't have at least a 10-foot garage, we weren't going to get it.
That was 2 musts. I mean, we made lists and we made priority lists. So we went with that. And to us, every day we are so grateful that we bought this RV.
Yeah, and we've never found one that we liked better.
We love Airstreams. This one's perfect for us. It's a perfect size.
Kind of.
Kind of.
I think as far as the Airstream, the towability of it, it's really easy to tow.
I'm learning to drive.
We don't have the slide outs, but the way it's open with the windows on the newer ones, we feel like we have more room. The durability of the Airstreams, I think, is something that hopefully will last past us, that we could pass on down to our children if they wanted to take it to camp.
Actually, I have a picture of my mom in one of the early ones back in the 50s that they had. They go forever. You see a lot of the old ones that people have redone very well, and they're still on the road.
The 30-foot travel trailer we had for us wasn't necessarily our perfect RV. I think that this one that we have now is going to be absolutely perfect for us for several reasons. Before, we were pulling with a Dodge Dually, so we had about 10 tires total. So just the thought of one of them going out, or that financial, you know, need that would eventually come, we might not be able to keep up with that like we had hoped.
Exactly.
We had slides on our RV, on our travel trailer, and that was another issue.
Yeah, we had constant problems with them, from crushing stuff and leaking, just praying they're going to go out every time. And the way our RV was set up, we couldn't access the living area with the slides in, so it just wasn't the perfect rig for us. And we thought it was at first, and we did like it, and we definitely couldn't have went straight to the small RV we have now. And I think that there is no perfect RV for everybody. There's not. Everybody travels differently. Everybody does things differently. And you will also adapt and change over time.
Yeah.
One of the most common questions around the campfire is always, what is your next rig? So don't worry, that's everybody's question.
We have found that we are traveling much more quickly than we anticipated. So being smaller and only 24 feet is going to be more versatile for us. We don't have to plan so far in advance. We can pretty much pull over anywhere and park. And for us, it's just a place to lay our head and do our work at the end of the day.
Exactly. We like to be outdoors more than trapped in the RV anyway, so it's perfect for us right now, at least.
Yeah. The reason our RV is perfect for us is very simple.
Tell us.
We both had a list of our wants, and my number one want was to have a living room that actually felt like a living room. I wanted to be able to have people over. I wanted to be able to sit in the living room like I would if I had my sticks and bricks, only obviously on a smaller scale.
Yep.
And your number one was?
The big diesel in the back of the old rig here. That's what I wanted. I wanted the power. I wanted the noise to be back there when we're driving so that we could have a conversation up here without yelling.
We did have other things that we wanted, but those were our must-haves. So, you know, wash and dryer was a nice thing. It wasn't required. And there were some other things that we listed that weren't necessarily required, but those were our deal breakers.
Yeah, and I think the length of Ruby is right about where we wanted to keep her.
Yeah.
She's 35 feet, and we wanted 35 feet or less. Stacy wanted 30. I wanted more on the 35, and it looks like I got 2 out of the 3.
Yeah, he did get 2 out of the 3.
Yeah.
Well, actually 3, because we killed the budget with his diesel.
Yeah.
Really killed the budget. So I guess
Well,
I
I'm
guess
the driver.
you really owe me then.
I'm the
because
driver,
it sounds
so-
like you got everything you wanted.
Yeah, but you got the new window boxes that you put in. Those are nice.
I didn't get them. I made them. Does
Yeah,
it count?
It does count.
Okay.
Newmar Corporation is the only builder of RVs that really makes a fully wheelchair accessible RV. And this one has a wheelchair lift, it has a roll-in shower. When the slides are in, you can get up and down the aisle. That's pretty much why we're in this particular RV.
Yeah.
So it fits you perfect.
Mm-hmm.
So when you're closed, you can take your chair and go back to the bedroom.
Mm-hmm.
That is phenomenal. I had no.
Back to the bathroom.
Yeah,
It's really phenomenal.
we looked at doing used RVs, not buying a used Class A and then putting a lift in, but it's like.
For me, the new RV is perfect because it feels like home. There's a ton of space. I have my own work area, he has his, and we can switch off with the workstations.
Our prior rig was basically the same exact size and the same type of a rig. It was a 5th wheel toy hauler. We switched to a toy hauler that has what they call a toy box, which is just enough room for us to put our Harley in. And we gained 13 more feet of usable space out of the same size rig that we had before. So you can't see in the picture, but we have a huge living room that's almost the size of a room in a house. And we've got a separate kitchen and, office area. So having that separation is nice, that if one of us wants to do one thing and one wants to do the other, if she wants to have a friend over and sit in the kitchen and drink wine, I could sit up here with the guy and whatever, So, I mean, it works because it feels more like home. It doesn't feel like we're in a camper kind of setting.
You have to do your pros and cons, and it all depends on your lifestyle. If you're working, there's a lot of variables to that. And for
We
us,
literally did a
the
pros and cons list of
Yes.
each type, and we just went with the one that had the biggest pros.
I chose the RV because I like the layout. I saw a couple layouts, and I like to have the dinette in the front with the windows like this one, and I have a full bath, and then I have a sink that's outside of the bathroom, and I like that.
Yeah. Initially, our RV was the perfect size for us because we had a college-age son who would come back home during the breaks, and so he could hang out in the back where we have 2 queen-size bunk beds. But he's out of college now and has moved on with his own life, so he doesn't really come visit anymore. So now the RV is just a little bit too big for us.
Yeah, so we're actually thinking about downsizing, but one of the things that happened while we were in our RV journey is we also started afterwards a journey to become debt-free. And so now we're not going to be in a rush to downsize because we do want to wait until we can actually pay for the next RV in cash instead of making the mistake of financing it again.
Yeah.
This RV is perfect for us because we have done a ton of customization to it. We have upgraded the electrical system with lithium batteries. We've put solar panels on it. We've put a larger inverter in it. We painted the inside of the coach. We put a king-size mattress in it. We just personalized it to make it like a miniature apartment for us.
Yep.
It's probably not perfect for everybody, but it really does work very well for us.
Yeah, and we also put in a nice big desk that when I'm working back here or Dan's doing something, we can look out the back window and see the wonderful views. And when we're boondocking, that's one of our favorite things. So, yeah, we get a lot of inspiration.
We knew we wanted a Class A, and the reason why is because we wanted to, when we're traveling, to be able to go back and go to the bathroom. We have 2 dogs, and they could be right there with us, and when we stop somewhere, we could have a meal. And we preferred diesel, but we didn't know if we could afford diesel at first. We knew we could buy a newer RV if we got gas. But we chose to go with an older RV so we could have diesel.
Yeah, I like the diesel. It's a personal preference. I like the more robust frame and motor and brakes, air brakes, all that stuff. I liked about it. and we needed some space. We have 2 large dogs, and I also work full time, so I needed some office space. It's not dedicated, but when I'm working, I need a little bit of room. So that's how we. Those were the criteria. And then when we walked into the rig we have now, we just loved it when we walked in.
Yeah. But plan to change your mind many times before you pick your RV, because I didn't want anything bigger than like a 35 foot to 38 foot, and I didn't want 2 bathrooms. I thought, who needs 2 bathrooms? And we ended up getting a 40 foot bathroom, has a bath and a half, and we just love it.
Our RV is perfect for us because it's got an office, the garage / office / guest suite. We wanted that to have the separation of where I work and where she works.
Well,
and
it was a priority for us to bring the motorcycle with us. We weren't going to do this adventure without being able to take Lucille, his girlfriend, aka the motorcycle. So, you know, we actually started off with a completely different idea of the type of RV that we were going to get. We were for sure going to get Class A diesel. We did not end up with a Class A diesel. So, you know, it's perfect for us because we can take the bike. It's got all the bells and whistles that we could have asked for, and then some. We have a ton of space because we're almost 44 feet. Yeah.
It's pretty cool. We love it.
We don't regret getting this rig at all. I mean,
No.
there hasn't been another one that has compared to it for our needs, so it's been perfect.
And that's key too in shopping for an RV. There's no such thing as the perfect RV. There's the best fit for you, and it takes a lot of research.
So the takeaway from this video really is, if you're looking to purchase an RV, you really need to write down your list of what you cannot live without. So think about how you plan on RVing. Are you someone who plans on RVing in the snow? If so, you probably want to get an RV that's winterized.
Yeah, or the 4 seasons package, I think.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Or if you plan on only staying in national parks, where you're not going to want a 40-foot rig because it's not going to happen. So think about what your needs are going to be when you start RVing, and then see as many RVs as possible, because your pros and cons list will change as you go walk through and look at more RVs.
Yeah, and when you find one that you think is it, go sit in it. Go touch it.
Yeah.
Go just look around and see what it has. See if it meets those expectations. If it's closed up, ask them to open it.
Right.
You just don't know until you get in it and sit in it.
So remember, when you're doing your search, that the RV that's perfect for me probably is not the RV that's perfect for you.
Absolutely.
So, you know, I never recommend you asking a forum or a Facebook page or even somebody else, hey, which RV should I pick? Or why is this RV better? Because, you know, what works for them is not going to work for you, and vice versa.
Yeah, no truer statement right there. We've been asked that question a lot lately.
Yeah.
The answer that we give is, you got to get out there and you got to find the one that you like, the one that works for you. You'll never hear us say that there is a perfect RV out there.
Because there's not.
This one is perfect for us.
Right. Make your list, your pros and cons, your deal breakers. You know, as you heard earlier, for somebody in here, it was a bathtub. For another person, they have a motorcycle. And then go look for that RV that's going to work for you.
Yep. Good stuff.
So, of course, thanks for watching the video. And you know what I'm going to say? Hit that subscribe button and stick around with us, because you never know what's coming next.
That's right. Give us a thumbs up and hit the notification bell.
And we will see you on the road.
There's an RV for everybody.
I agree 100%.
Don't you love that?
That is so neat, because
that's so true.
I love everybody's RV, but
this is your perfect
when
one.
we
This
look,
is our perfect one.
When we look in somebody else's RV, we see how they live, their lifestyle, but we see our lifestyle too.
Right.
And we see our lifestyle, this fits us, and we know, I mean, that's a beautiful RV next door.
Yep.
But I couldn't live in it.
Right. That one's not perfect. It's perfect for them.
That's right.
It's
And
very
it is
perfect.
absolutely,
Yeah.
I mean,
It is them to a T.
And they just said,
Love it.
we have the perfect RV. And then we say, we have the perfect
so
RV.
it's like there's one for everybody.
Yes.
And I mean an individual or a couple or a family. And that's not that any of them are better than the others, from the van that's sitting out there to the guy back here that's pulling it with a tractor trailer. I mean, it's no different. That meets his needs, and that's the coolest thing.
Meets their
about
needs.
it.
Video and our series, we already answered. We don't answer, we ask. Okay. Ready?
Quality is the
I I totally forgot where I was going with that.
Yeah, we had constant.
Welcome to the 6th video.
The video.
This isn't going well.
It has two.
To be winter. Bleh.
It's not.
Well, it's perfect because it's going to be paid for.
And get a variety of answers.
Yep.
That's all you got is yep.
I didn't know when you were gonna stop. I wasn't ready.
Are you contributing to this video or am I doing it all alone?
I wasn't ready.
Yep.